Hello, welcome back to the Georgian College Athletics Center. We're here for the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. Coming up, we've got a game. Two West Division teams, the number 2 seed Humber Hawks take on the Conestoga Condors in the 6th spot. Conestoga walking in with an 8-10 record, going up against Humber's 15-3 record. I'm your host, Sean McAvoy, joined by Brad Graham, the Georgian Grizzlies women's volleyball coach. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to this match and seeing how Humber can continue with their strong play. They've been pretty dominant this year. Even though they got 3 losses, they've really used their bench well this year, and I think they're going to continue to have that strong, deep bench. And maybe it'd be a little bit much for Conestoga, but we'll see what happens. You never know in playoff play.
They're certainly in a competitive division. That West Division features them and also the Fanshawe Falcons, an undefeated team that we watched earlier today. We'll take a moment here as the national anthem will be played.
I guess we're not doing an anthem. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll be short the anthem today, but get right into the action.
Yep.
This is our 3rd game of the day. We've already seen Redeemer take down George Brown. Fanshawe beat Fleming. Then, of course, following this matchup, we'll see the host Georgian Grizzlies taking on the Niagara Knights. An exciting matchup.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really good matchup. Actually, probably could be one of the closest matches of the day. And there should be a big crowd here, and it definitely give the people of Barrie a good show for what we can offer here at Georgian College as far as volleyball and actually any sport. We have good programs here.
Crowd's been solid throughout the day. We look for it to pack up coming to that 8 o'clock matchup. Of course, the hosting Grizzlies. Starting this matchup, number 3 is Rady Kim is going to start with the ball. He's on the line to serve for the Hawks. Ball is up and game 3 is underway. The first serve goes out of bounds. Conestoga is going to take a 1-0 lead right off the bat.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I get a little bit of nerves maybe, but again, it's just a race to 25 whenever you're playing volleyball, so 1 point isn't a big deal, but we're going to have to look out for, I bet you, Dylan Devasario will get the ball on the first play right here.
Ball's up. Wilkins with the tip. Just keeping it alive is Conestoga. They send it back over. Wilkins is there. Wilkins with the spike. He finds the floor. Humber responds with a point of their own.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, the middle blocker just kind of forgot to get out there, so it gave him that open hole.
Yeah. Ball's popped up in the air by Conestoga. They're going to set up a spike. It's bumped over the net by Humber. Conestoga going to set for themselves. Digging is Humber, and they're going to get it over the net. Conestoga now sets up on attack. Getting it over the net. Wilkins was there for the block, but off him out of bounds. Conestoga's going to grab the point there. Heading now.
Really good defense on Humber's part there, but it just gave him up a free ball, and any team could be really strong. Just use the outside block on that one.
Absolutely. Now to the line, Ryan Clutton. Ball's up. Blanchette there for the spike. Conestoga bumping it over. Devasheri Devasheri to Colin Skanes. Humber grabs the point. Skanes sends himself to the line.
Devasheri's a Barrie boy, so he'll be wanting to play well in front of all his family.
Ball's up. Bump not cleaned up by Conestoga, and it cost them. They weren't able to set up the offense there. And right along the net was Humber to put it right back into their defensive end.
Yeah, that was an easy serve too. That should have been passed a lot better.
Skanes putting it up. Number 7, Duong, gets it over the net. Blanchette with the spike. That's money for him.
Yeah.
Puts Skanes back on the line.
Again, the middle went up with the middle, or the middle blocker for Conestoga went up with that middle from Humber. Left that hole.
Humber seems to be wanting to get the ball out to that left side. Wilkins there on a block tip. Sends it right back to Conestoga. They're not able to handle it. Puts Skanes back on the serving line, and Humber is out to a bit of a lead here now, 5-2, first set.
It's important to get those first few points in, that's for sure.
It's around now in the game that you watch for both teams to kind of settle in, get used to the atmosphere that they're playing in.
Yeah, I would say both teams are pretty comfortable now. It's 6-2, and the nerves are gone. You know, they're just ready. They played each other twice this year in league, so they should be good for the game.
Setting up is Conestoga. Great block by Blanchette. That's going to cause problems for Conestoga, and it'll cost them a point. Getting up on the net there was Clayton Blanchette. It's going to force Conestoga to take their first time out of the game.
It's probably a really good call by the coach here, settle his team down. At least I don't think I'm seeing any nerves out there, but just maybe some bad technical stuff. He can correct that and get back in key. They're only down by 5 points. That's pretty easy to come back with in the game of volleyball, that's for sure.
Smart move by the Condors coach to take the timeout, try and get control of the pace of the game. Not let things get too ahead of them at this point early.
Just watching the Humber bench, letting the assistant coaches just remind the guys just to stay calm and keep doing what they're doing because they're doing so well. And Conestoga's diagramming out some positive influence here.
Head coach for Humber, Wayne Wilkins, a 24-year head coach for the program. On the other side, 11 years of experience for Wayne Harris, head coach of the Condors.
Yeah, Wayne's got some club experience too. He's been around for a while, so it's not his first kick at the can here. So he's very aware of what needs to be done.
So it'll be Skanes back at the serving line. The ball is up. Libero's there to return it. Back over the net. Wilkins digs deep. Brady Kim. Blanchette. It's popped up by Conestoga. Blanchette going up. That's a few kills for him now early.
Yeah. Wesley Law is going to have to delay his block just a bit because they're just using his hands really, really frequently here.
Musselman handles it there. That was number 7, Kevin Duong. Good spike there. Gets the point for Conestoga. They've got the possession of the serve now. Number 2, Wesley Lau to serve. Wilkins up. Good hit. Musselman handling it. Jason Toney put it over the net for Conestoga. And he's the one that gets the block on Wilkins there. Great hustle play there.
Yeah, Jay's a solid athlete. I mean, he's an ex-Grizzly, by the way. So he used to play here, and now he's puts up a good block out there.
Lau remains on the serving line. Ball's up. Finding the net there, though. Humber will get possession of the serve and earn themselves a point to take a 9-4 lead here in the first set. Wilkins with a great serve, and that's an ace for him. Humber has a bit of a well-sized bench, definitely providing a lot of energy for their team so far.
There's lots of depth on that bench too.
Yeah.
So.
2 straight aces for Wilkins now. He's firing.
That helps the team play a lot better, too, when you got a bench that deep, because the starters on the floor, they know they got a performer. They're not going to be out there very long. So.
Very true. Good rotation here for the Hawks. Yet to see it, though. Wilkins now to serve. 3 in a row. To the disagreement of the Conestoga players.
Yeah, but from our vantage point, that was in.
Yeah, that was thread the line perfectly there by Wilkins. Yeah. He'll go at it again, trying to make it 4. Not this time.
Nope. As I like to say to the girls, that even sounded out.
Yeah. This is number 14, Eric Katerberg. Wilkins, powerful hitter. Put over the net there, Ryan Clutton. Clayton Blanchette, yet another kill in the exact same spot. Clearly a point of emphasis for this Humber offense.
Yeah, Adam Piazza there got fooled again in the middle, so I think the Condors are going to have to fix that middle up and get their blocks closing a little bit quicker.
Blanchette now to serve. Good serve and a little bit of miscommunication between the Condors. Unable to clear up who exactly was going to get that ball, and yet another ace here for the Hawks as they take a 14-5 lead in the first set. Played back by Musselman. Nice tip by Conestoga. Blanchette will get up and make the play over the net.
A little question as to what happened there, but the referee signaled that it hit the antenna as it was being attacked.
Blanchette remains on the serving line. Musselman handles it, but just sends it right back over. Dylan Devasheri unable to keep that one in bounds, and Conestoga is going to get a point here.
Yeah, I would look for Dylan to be a factor in this game, along with the Wilkins boy. They'll be strong.
Duong serve goes over the net. Brady Kim sets up to Devasheri, who's unable to put it over. Wilkins there to back him up. Blanchette volleys it over. Conestoga now looks to set up their attack. Gets a nice spike there from Wesley Lau. Clutton's able to put a bump over the net after a bit of a scramble. Now Devasheri was set up for a nice spike. It was blocked and then returned to an empty space on the Conestoga side. Humber's going to get the point there.
That was just really good hit coverage on Humber. Probably didn't want it to come right over, but I mean, it worked out for them.
Yeah, it's going to cause Conestoga to burn their second timeout of the set. Not the start they're looking for, but understandable against the high-powered offense from the Humber Hawks here.
Well, it's a 3 out of 5 match, so you know, as long as you can regroup, even though get some momentum going into the second set, they can maybe come back and push it to 4, or maybe it goes to 5. But whatever, they've got a chance still. They're not out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Notice the Niagara boys are now settling in. They're getting ready for their match against Georgian. The Georgian boys are already here. And
throughout the day, a lot of the Georgian Grizzlies have been rolling in, watching action throughout the tournament, getting ready for their big game coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll get back underway here. Both teams take the floor. And number 14, Andrew Blakey, in to serve. Tony puts it up, Clutton to Duong. Duong puts it over. It's handled by Blanchette. Kim puts it over to Wilkins. Wilkins high. Good strike, but just out of bounds there. Conestoga's going to get the point.
Yeah, that was just a bad mishit by Wilkins. I think Conestoga's going to have to pick up their passing just a bit. They're passing behind the attack line. They're not getting that strong front court attack.
See if Jason Toney can take advantage of this possession and get Conestoga rolling here. Brady Kim sets up Skanes, and Skanes seals the deal on that point. It's a great kill over the middle. He'll send Brady Kim to the line to serve. And the ball is up. Toney to Clutton. Clutton Lau. Blanchette unable to handle it. It's going to fall into the Hawks' end, and Conestoga's going to get the point, sending number 15, Adam Piazza, to the line.
That was a good hit by Conestoga. That was going out, but their defense on Humber just too aggressive.
Brady Kim with the set to Wilkins. And he'll be called out. He went off the net, untouched by the Condors, and that's a point for Conestoga.
That was actually a really good call by the linesman.
Ref right had the action right in front of him. Made the right call. Coming in now, number 13, Samuel Wolf. He's taking over at the line. And the serve is up. Blanchette, Kim. Big kill there. Dylan Devasheri.
Yeah, from the right side, he's going to score a lot of points tonight. Like, I think you're going to have to really key on that.
A lot of height on the net for this Humber Hawks team. And it's showing so far. A lot of kills over the middle, and especially on that left side from Clayton Blanchette. Devasheri's ball is up. Musselman. Very nice play there by Ryan Clutton. Seeing an opening on that defensive side from the Hawks, taking advantage of it.
Yep, there was. They were just looking for a hitter and caught him off guard. That was probably one of the better passes they've had all match too. So
Clutton serves, and then a good ace there. Recently checked into the game. Quentin Hudgens wasn't able to handle that. He's in at that libero position. Clutton stays on the line to serve.
Oh,
set didn't.
I'm not so sure about that one.
Cayman Wilkins.
Looks like from our vantage point that it went off the Condors block and then off the antenna, but
let's take a moment. This might be turned. There's refs go to talk about it. And it will be awarded to the Hawks.
Yeah. That was probably the right call at that point in time. And you see the Condor coach is just, he's trying to get his point here, but he's not going to lose this one.
Yeah. David Fountain now in the game to serve. Seeing the Hawks rotation early now. He clips some net but gets it over. Clutton sets it. Duong puts it over. Good coverage by the Hawks. Devasheri to Wilkins. Gets it blocked. Brady Kim over to Blanchette.
That'll be 4 hits. Yeah, that's a good call. Condors are throwing the Humber Hawks off a little bit with a little bit of the off-speed ball and making them come forward a little too much. And they're not able to generate that good, solid offense.
Brady Kim sets it up for Blanchette. Spikes it. Hugs that line. It's called in, and Humber gets the point now. They've got a 20-11 lead here in the first set. Third game of the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship hosted by Georgian College. Wilkins up to serve. And mishandled there by Musselman. It's another ace for Cayman Wilkins.
Wilkins is definitely tearing it up from the service line, that's for sure.
He's having a big first set here. Make sure his Hawks get a great start. His ball's up again. Toney bumps it to Clutton. Set up for Toney. Great kill there. Found the opening in the back.
Yeah, and Humber had a different defense run up there because maybe they know something that obviously we don't, but the guy just hit a different spot. So defense was ready.
Adam Piazza comes in the game for Daniel Musselman on the Conestoga side. Number 5, Keith Hunt, serves it. Point will go to Humber. Clayton Blanchette takes the line. He's going to hope to stay there and wrap up this first set with 3 points to go.
They got a good, strong front line right now, Humber, so hopefully they can finish this off.
Duong Clutton for Duong. Good hit there. Humber's all over it as it sets up for Devasheri, but he puts it out of bounds. Conestoga's going to get the point here, and they're holding on.
That was really good recovery by Humber there off the block, because that went off to the out of bounds, and the guy picked it up. He got a good pass, and Devasheri just couldn't finish it off, but he had the right location to hit on.
It's Kogan Chance with the serve. Brady Kim sets up. Big hit there. Andrew Blakey is there to finish the job for Humber.
Yeah, that was a well-run little step around. And again, the middle blocker just can't close that block, and that's going to create a lot of problems for him. The Humber hitters are just going to be able to wail away cross-court all day.
Keeben and Skanes come in for Fountain and Blakey. It'll be Nicholas Keeben at the line. Ball is up.
Oh, well executed there.
Well executed offense there.
Again, that was just a little off speed, just found the line. They're just trying to get the ball in right now.
Jason Toney to serve. Blanchette, Brady Kim over to defense. Devasheri having a big couple hits there. Puts it over to Wilkins. Good play there by Wesley Lau. Unable to finish the job, though. He got the block, got the ball passed back over to him, but then just hit it a little bit wide. It's going to be set point for the Hawks now. Brady Kim at the line. Tony, Clutton, Lau, and off Wilkins' hands out of bounds.
Good use of the block there. Conestoga's really settled down. I mean, since it was 18-8, they've really now gone 7-6, really. And they're only down by 1 point if you look at it from that point of view. So it could carry over well in the second set.
Devasheri was all over that one. A well-placed set, and he was there to finish the job as the Hawks take the first set, 25-15, and they've got a 1-0 set lead over the Conestoga Condors.
Yeah, they really controlled that set from start to finish. Other than that, right near the end where Conestoga started to take advantage of the Humber mistakes and scoring those points. But if Conestoga can carry that through into the second set, we could end up with a really strong match here going forward.
We'll take a moment to deliver a message from our friends over at Bel Air Direct. Looking for a better deal on your car insurance? Go online and get a quick quote in only 3 minutes at belairdirect.com. Full-time college and university students under 25 could save over $250 on their car insurance with Bel Air Direct. That's a $250 savings on car insurance for full-time college and university students. Get a quote today. This time we'd just like to say a big thank you to all of our staff and volunteers here at Georgian College for their work in making sure that this 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship is a great success. I hope all the fans here at the facility and at home are enjoying the action. Certainly had a good lineup of games so far today. It'll be capped off by the Georgian Grizzlies men's volleyball team hosting Niagara at 8 o'clock. A lot of excitement around the campus for that upcoming game.
It's a big undertaking, and it's nice for Georgian to take on that role. It's a lot of work by a lot of volunteers, and to put this on the center stage for Barrie on itself is a good venture. It's nice to have it here.
We're certainly proud to show off our school, our facility, and our men's volleyball program throughout this tournament. starting the second set for the Hawks. Looks like we're going to have Rady Kim, Skanes, Blakey, Devishary. Be joined by Wilkins, Blanchette, and Quentin Hudgens. Hudgens in that libero position.
Yeah, not any changes there to their lineup, and I would not expect to see a lot from Conestoga either. They just really need to settle down. They'll be fine.
Like you said, towards the end of that first set, they were starting to click. It was a very competitive second half of the first set. Hopefully that carries into the second set here. Looks as though it will be Conestoga starting with the ball. Ryan Clutton assuming that serving position. Ryan Clutton into serve to get this second set underway. Blanchette handles it to Rady Kim, puts it over to Devishary, sails it out of bounds. Conestoga getting that first point. It's a big point for them.
Yeah, it is, and there's a little adjustment to the Humber lineup. They seem to have backed it up one, so the Wilkins is now in the back row. So when he comes up front, maybe a better lineup for blocking. I don't know why he would have done that, but may work.
Unable to get that block though, and Wilkins has to try and dig deep, but a little too low for him. A great spike there. It'll send Ryan Clutton back to the line. Try and get a third point in a row here, Conestoga. Ball is up. Blanchette set. We're going to call a double touch there.
Yeah, good call by the officials on that play, and Humber's in a little bit of a hole here, but like we said, Conestoga started to play well at the end of this first set.
Definitely the start Conestoga was looking for. They serve again. Kim sets up for Devishary. Good block tip there by the Conestoga defense. And now Duong blocked at the line, but it does land inbounds, and Humber gets the point.
As a one-on-one situation too, and he was able to finish off. You get in those situations, you got to be able to put that ball away, but good for Humber.
Rady Kim puts the ball up. It's handled by Musselman for Lau. Kim, Skanes. Quentin Hudgens put the ball over. It wasn't able to be handled by Conestoga. I'll send Rady Kim back to the serving line as Humber gets another point.
Yeah, you got to be a little more aggressive with that ball up there.
Musselman, Clutton. Caterberg was up there to finish, but just a little wide. Humber's back at the line.
Just like that, we're tied.
Exactly. Musselman. Wilkins, Devishary. Good digging. Oh. Would have been a cheeky play by the Condors.
Yeah, but you know that just shows they're low on defense and they're doing everything in to keep that ball off the floor. So good on them on there.
Yeah, good scramble defense by them. Rady Kim at the line to serve again as they take a 4-3 lead in the second set. Musselman, Clutton, over to Wong, getting net. Humber's going to stay with the serve.
Yeah, no fault on the power hitter there. He was just trying to go around that big block and just made a little error.
Lau, good tip, but Devishary's all over it. Clutton now has to volley it over the net. Wilkins puts it to Rady Kim. Rady Kim back to Wilkins. Big spike right into the breadbasket of Tony. Wasn't able to bump it back. Falls to the ground, and Humber's now out to a 6-3 lead in the second set.
Yeah, Conestoga's taking advantage there because Colin Skanes didn't go up on his block, and they just didn't hit it well.
A bit of a scramble now is going to leave Clutton bumping it over the net to Wilkins. Wilkins puts it over to Kim. Kim to Devishary, handled by Clutton. And Humber's going to get called on, it's going to be Conestoga on the net, and so Humber's going to get the point. And now what was a 3-0 lead for Conestoga has drifted away, and Humber is up 7-3. Tony with a big spike there. He's got to rush back for coverage, but Lau finishes the job. They get the point and get the serve back.
It's just some good defense by Humber, too. They got the ball up, but, you got to be able to control it, and it just went over the net.
Wesley Lau to serve. Hudgens, Devasheri. Lau, Clutton, Devasheri, Kim. Puts it over to Wilkins.
Oh.
Off the hands of Duong.
Yeah, he's actually demonstrated he's pretty good at using those hands. He could be a force for the rest of the weekend. He keeps doing that. Oh, nice
Terry
serve.
kind of just floated one over the net, and unable to handle it there was Wesley Lau. Falls to the ground, and Dylan Devasheri is going to be back at the serving line, trying to make it 2 in a row.
A little change of tempo made a big difference there.
Clutton to Duong. A nice tip. It's covered well, though. It's going to lead Devasheri for a kill, but it gets blocked. Good coverage on the middle of the net there by Conestoga.
Yeah, Conestoga, I think, were expecting that, and so they were able to time that block really well.
Brady Kim to Skanes. Made a look for easy points there for Humber.
So that's the first, tempo 1 play that Humber's run out of the middle in this match, and definitely worked.
Wow. Great finish.
Right back at him. So Humber, even though the score is 10-6 Humber, I think Conestoga's definitely settled down now and they're playing some volleyball.
That was Adam Piazza with the last point. Duong to serve. Handled by Wilkins, Brady Kim. Put it off the hands of Lau. Good finish there by Andrew Blakey.
A little difference in Humber's approach in this set. They're going to the middle a lot more frequently than they did in the last set. So
great ace there by Wilkins.
Definitely a candidate for player of the game.
Wilkins went on a bit of a run in the first set. He'll be looking to do it again now. That's 2 in a row. I believe he went 3 in a row in the first set, so can he do it again now? Certainly covering the back area now is Conestoga. Trying to serve it in the front court was Wilkins.
I think he was trying to shake a little bit off to slow it down, maybe drop a short serve there, and he just missed.
It'll give Tony the serve now. Humber 13-7 lead, second set. Wilkins bumps it. Brady Kim back to Wilkins, who has to hit it over the net. Wilkins digs at that one, puts it over to Blanchette. Clutton. Oh. Clutton and Piazza were unable to come together for that pass, but Conestoga will get the point, maintain possession, cut down that lead to 5 points as Tony serves again. Hudgens, Devasheri to Blanchette. Hudgens, Brady Kim, Blanchette. Unable to handle it was Conestoga, and Blanchette earns another point for this Humber Hawks team, 14-8.
Yeah, they've gone outside a couple of times now in a row, so I don't know if they're going away from the middle on purpose now, or but they've definitely taken control.
Clayton Blanchette to serve, and it's wide, giving Conestoga the ball back. It'll be Adam Piazza taking the line. First-year man out of Waterloo.
Oh,
Brady Kim saw that one. He knew where that ball was going as soon as it came to him.
that was just a bad pass that he was able to convert into a point. So, they talk about bettering the ball. He definitely did there.
Blakey to serve. Musselman, Clutton, over to Lau. Good hit by Lau. It's going to send the Hawks scrambling, unable to get there. It was Wilkins, and Conestoga gets the point. So keeping this one close now are the Condors, and they've got possession, hopefully looking to close that gap. Clutton serves. Hudgens, Rady Kim, Skanes. It was blocked, but it's going to be called a double touch by the Hawks. Conestoga is going to get the point.
That's a good call by the official. It's one of those ones you can miss easily because there's so much going on.
Clutton puts the ball up, but into the net. It's a relief for Humber. I feel if they let up a couple more points there, we had a timeout coming. They'll look to get pace of the game again. Rady Kim to serve. Ball's up, Musselman, Clutton. Duong puts it over, mishandled by Blanchette. Good point for the Condors.
That was an easy ball. That should have been passed. Those are the ones that can help a team get back in the game. The Condors only down by 4, and that's their, the closest they've been all match.
Hudgens bumps it to Kim. Kim puts it over to Wilkins. Wilkins knows what to do with it. Point for the Hawks as Dylan Devacheri heads the line to serve. Musselman to Clutton. Clutton puts it to Tony. Tip ball gets sent back by Skanes. Caterberg puts it over. Scrambling now is Conestoga. Good play by Clutton to put it over the net. Kim puts it over to Blanchette. Getting some hands on it was Caterberg, but unable to make the block.
Kim is making some really good set choices right now, too. He's able to get a lot of one-on-one chances, and even in there, with a bump set, he was able to get it.
Musselman keeping that ball alive, puts it over to Clutton. Clutton sets up Lau. Good hit by Lau. Blanchette handles it, puts it over to Wilkins. Great block by Duong. It's going to earn the point for the Condors.
Yeah, he got, scramble ball, got pushed inside. Condors should have blocked that one, and they did. That's good execution on their part.
Defensively, Ryan Clutton having quite a game so far. He's had to handle a lot of these Humber serves. He's done so well. Served by Conestoga. Now Hudgens puts it to Kim. Kim sets up Wilkins. Oh. Big hit there.
Well, the block went right up as if he was going to go to position 1 with that, and he just cut back with his arm. That was a great athletic move. He has definitely been on fire for Humber, that's for sure.
He's on pace for player of the game honors. David Fountain now in to serve. Ball's up. Digging for it is Lau. Sets up Duong. Good tip. Fountain's all over it. But a great finish there by Adam Piazza. He got up, knew what to do with that ball.
Yeah, you can see he's getting liberoed off there now. And that's just because that's what happens with the middle. Sometimes they come off, and their defense, sometimes they throw their arms up, and that's what happened.
Kogan Chance now to serve. He's seeing his first action of the game now. He's got a good serve to start. Hudgens, Kim sets up Wilkins. Good block by Tony. Keep it alive there, and Lau's gonna set up Tony, but contested at the net by Wilkins, and just not gonna be able to put it over there. It is Tony. Wilkins heads to the line to serve.
Yeah, I think Jay Tony there was looking for maybe a flatter set that was a little higher pace, and it was a little higher, and he was on his way down when he hit that, so he kind of got hung out to dry there. But good timeout call by Conestoga at this point in time.
You don't want to go down 2 sets here. They're still in it in this second set. Don't want to let it get away from them. I see them coming out of the timeout with a lot of energy. They're going to need it. Although it will be Humber with the serve when we get back.
Yeah, but Conestoga is passing better, and a good pass and a good little attack, and they're right back in this. Only be down by 5, but they're going to have to really focus on getting that pass up into their center.
This is the same defense Conestoga went with when Wilkins was on the line last time. Well handled by Musselman. And Lau puts it in bounds.
That was a good call. That was a good call. You can question all you want, but that was, they were obviously coming out of timeout expecting that the ball was going to go to the libero, and he made a good pass.
Jason Toney now at the line to serve for the Condors. Only a 5-point game here in the second set. Humber up 1-0. Ball is up. Toney puts it over and out of bounds. Humber will regain possession.
That's unusual. Jay doesn't miss too many serves, so for him to miss one at that point in the game, it's very rare.
It'll set up Clayton Blanchette here with 4 points to the set win. He's got a good serve, ball spinning, but putting it a little long there and out of bounds. Conestoga gonna get away with one.
A little bit extra pepper on that serve by that St. Catharines, Ontario native. So hopefully they're going to go right at him, I would think, here. They seem to have been picking on the Hawks libero quite a bit, so they got two choices. See what happens.
Keith Hunt with the serve. He was looking to go right at the libero, Hudgens, just over his head.
Both teams seem to be like to use their bench quite a bit in this game, and that's good because they're keeping their really star players a little bit fresher coming in, able to make the big points when they can. Humber's up by 6 points. They can easily afford to put in some players to get some fresh blood out there.
In a weekend tournament like this where a winning team is asked to play 3 days in a row, what kind of effect will it have on the players?
Well, most of them are we do a lot of back-to-backs anyway on weekends, so most of them should be in shape at this point in time.
Well, this is what you live for this time of the season, to play those 3 back-to-back games and hopefully come out of it OCAA champions. Humber scrambling for the ball. Conestoga is going to win the point here.
Yep, and there's the adrenaline factor too. I mean, you're one of the final 8 teams in the province that are left. You're playing for some glory for your school and for yourself, and it does it gives you an extra edge.
Ryan Clutton serve there.
Yep, right at the libero again. Some of these players, it'll be the last volleyball they'll play at a high competitive level. So they want to do well.
Another good serve by Ryan Clutton. Unable to be handled there by Cayman Wilkins. Conestoga tightening this one up.
Well, Humber's got a big hole over here in the 5 zone, and Conestoga's, even though they're going at their libero, notice they're stacking to cut it off.
Clutton's not able to keep that one rolling as he puts it into the net. And now Rady Kim is going to take over at the line to serve for Humber.
Humber had 3 players on half the court and a whole other half court open, so.
Looked as almost they were tempting him. Clutton tried to set up Samuel Wolf there, unable to connect though. Now Kim here for set point. Lau, Clutton, Musselman, Clutton, Duong.
That's the set.
That's the set. The Hawks get the set point. They take the second set 25-19, and they have a 2-0 set lead over the Conestoga Condors here in the third game of the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. Throughout the weekend, if you need to step away from the action on YouTube, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Georgian Grizzlies, or check out georgiangrizzlies.ca for up-to-the-minute updates on the OCAA Men's Volleyball Championships, or up-to-the-minute information on other Georgian Grizzlies varsity sports, or anything going on within the Georgian Grizzlies Athletics Center. Got a great facility, great programs here to offer at Georgian College. We're proud to be able to show them off and showcase them this weekend. A lot of excitement here for this 8 o'clock matchup coming up at the Georgian College Athletic Center. Number 1 seed in the East Division, Georgian Grizzlies. They'll be going up against the number 4 Niagara Knights from the West Division. That's coming up after this game. Of course, Humber Hawks have a 2-0 set lead over the Conestoga Condors. Conestoga coach Wayne Harris giving his men some final words before possibly their last real meaningful set of the year. Of course, the format in this tournament, single elimination with a consolation bracket. So win or loss, both teams will play tomorrow. Consolation games happening at 1 and 3 o'clock. Semifinal action at 6 and 8, with things wrapping up on Saturday. Consolation final, bronze medal, and gold medal games all taking place on Saturday afternoon. Of course, you can catch all the games on our YouTube stream, Georgian Grizzlies.
Well, Conestoga's going to have to definitely come up with something different here if they want to stay in that championship side of the
Be curious to see what sort of rotation we see from the Hawks, especially if they're able to get a bit of a lead in this third set. I imagine they'll give a little bit of rest to their frontline men and let the rotation get in, especially as now Wayne Wilkins talks to his bench players, appearing to maybe getting them ready for an appearance here in the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championships hosted by Georgian College.
He's been around for a while as a coach, so he knows the ropes, that's for sure.
24 years with the Humber Hawks family. Brady Kim to serve. Clutton over to Duong, well tipped. Devasteri's going to send it back over. Clutton sets now for Caterberg. Kim to Devaseri. Back in along that front line. Duong now going up. Overpowered, out of bounds. Hawks going to grab the point here.
Conestoga seems to want to try and do a little bit more tipping here, and then that last one they blew out. But see, there's another tip.
Hudgens sets to Kim. Kim sets to Wilkins. Clutton getting a lot of action here on the offensive side for the Condors. Devaseri's going to put it over to Clutton, who sets up Lau. Lau sets up Tony, putting it over to Kim. Kim, Wilkins. Devaseri for the kill. 2-0 Hawks here in the third set.
Yeah, and it looks like the Condors have kind of gone to a tip game now. The fact they're going out the left sides a lot, just based on their passing, has not been up to par here. So
that Hawks defense along the net has been strong all game. Put on display there again as Skanes gets the block on Duong. Wilkins with another tip as Duong goes up. Devaseri now trying to finish it off. Caterberg had his hands on it, but falling in front of him on the Condor side of the net. Hawks get the point, and Kim will be there to serve.
This must be a good part of their game plan going to game 3, because they've gone to Devaseri a lot more than they have to Wilkins, and Wilkins is sitting on the right side.
Conestoga with a bit of a lucky bounce there. They'll take it. Blanchet gets set up for a kill, unable to finish it. Conestoga. There's Duong there, who was able to block the hit by Wilkins, but knocking it out of bounds. Humber gets the point, and they've got a 4-0 lead here in the third set.
So with Devaseri and Wilkins up in the front, that puts a lot of pressure on the Condor middle.
It's Caterberg on the net, though. Here, getting the point for the Condors, and they're on the board here in the third set. It'll be Wesley Lau now to serve. Wilkins, tip ball over.
That's just a really good play there by Wilkins.
It's Lee Mercy joining him there. He's a little in there for libero for Condors. Button Tony tips it over. Blanchette's there. Kim to Skanes. Lau lays out to Clutton, puts it to Duong. Good tip. Skanes tries to cover, but unable to get there. The ball flies out of bounds. And Conestoga has back-to-back points now. Caterberg to the line to serve.
Yeah, the Condors took Musselman out of the game, and maybe to get a better pass.
Well finished by
Seems to be working, so.
A 5-3 lead here in the third set for the Hawks. Caterberg puts his serve up. Hudgens, Kim, Blanchette, right into the leg of Wesley Lau. He had no chance to deal with that one. Hawks get an easy offensive point there.
Yeah, the middle went out to try and stop Wilkins and just left him all alone.
Skane serve at Lau, puts it to Clutton. Clutton now to Tony. Tony has a good hit of the ball, but handled by the Humber defense. Clutton puts it up now. Tony go for another hit. Blanchette bumps it over the net for the Hawks. Clutton setting it up now for Duong. Duong had a strong hit, but just a little wide. Cross court, just finding the out of bounds.
The block for Humber seems to be taking away the cross court, and that forced the ball to go out. He might have had a better shot going down the line on that one.
Colin Skane serves Clutton to Tony, and they find the middle of the Humber Hawks defense. A little bit of missed coverage there. Colin Skane's unable to handle it, and Conestoga grabs the point.
Well, Conestoga's picked up their passing here, and I think that gives them a better chance at having some choices for offense instead of just going to one location.
Kevin Duong now serve. He's strong-armed and right out the back there. He's had some good opportunities along the net this game. And now Cayman Wilkins takes the line for Humber, something to worry about. If you're the Conestoga Condor defense, he's been hot from the serving line so far this game. And yet another ace here.
Just a dominant serve. He can pretty much go anywhere he wants out there right now.
Definitely a candidate for player of the game this match. He has another well-struck ball handled by the Conestoga defense. Leads to Duong volleying it over the net. Blanchette goes for the tip, backed up by his partners. Wilkins ultimately gets the tip, blocked by Tony. Kim to Blanchette. Blanchette overpowers it out of bounds. Conestoga grabs the point.
Yeah, Blanchette used the block earlier in that rally really well, and the coverage was able to get an attack out of it, but that one there, they just mishit that.
Jason Tony to serve. Hudgens, Kim. Kim puts it over, catches Conestoga sleeping. Bit of a hole in their defense, and easy points there for the Hawks.
Yeah, we kind of call that jelly donut defense, with a little soft in the middle there.
Leighton Blanchette. Duong digs, handles it, puts it over to Lau. Lau with a great hit there. Conestoga earns their 6th point of the set.
Again, at the power of the pass, right? The setter was able to put that ball, froze the middle from Humber to the right side, and middle, or the power hitter had only one block up there. Nice play by Condors.
Adam Piazza with the serve. Hudgens sets it to Kim. Kim sets it over to Devasheri. Oh, and a high-powered strike there. Puts it right to Adam Piazza.
You don't see that very often in this gym, going off the roof like that.
Blakey in the serve for the Hawks. Ball's up. Tony puts it high in the sky. Duong's there to back him up. Puts it over to Lau. Lau well struck right into the back of the defense for the Hawks. Well struck ball there. Conestoga's got the point.
Hawks seem to be getting a little bit on their heels here. They're not just firing as they were in the first 2 sets. They have to pick it up so they can finish this off if they want this in 3 straight.
Ryan Clutton serves. Hudgens to Kim. Kim over to Devasheri. Hits the ball well. Ryan Clutton unable to handle it. Hawks get another point, extend their lead to 5 here in the 3rd set. It's going to force Conestoga to take another timeout. Down 2-0. Trying to gather themselves, come out strong second half of the 3rd set. They do not want to find themselves in the consolation bracket.
No, they definitely want to stay in the championship side, but Humber, with their history of always being on that side, both the men and the women's program, it's not something they even look at wanting to entertain. And Wayne Wilkins, the coach of Humber, is the brother of the women's coach, Chris Wilkins, so there's probably some good rivalry about who's going to do well at the OCs.
That women's team for Humber on quite a streak of their own. A lot of success over the years. A lot of success coming out of the Hawks volleyball program. They'll look to continue it here.
So he's going to his bench there. He's taking his setter out.
Number 13, Jake Gomes, out of Oakville, Ontario, with the serve. It's up and it's good. Handled there by Lee Mercy. Duong, great hit there. Right into the heart of the Hawks defense, and nobody home to clean that one up.
Again, really helps to have that pass. It's definitely working well for Conestoga right now.
Conestoga keeping things tight here in this third set. 12-8 lead for the Hawks. In the set, 2-0 lead on the match. Devasheri finishing a well-set ball there. Devasheri sends himself to the serving line. Serve is up. Clutton over to Duong. Overpowered, just a little wide. Devasheri serving. Clutton, Tony, Hudgens handles that, goes above the net. Lau sets Clutton, sets Caterberg with the hit. Devasheri will bump it. Clutton setting Tony on the Conestoga side. Now Skanes setting up Blanchette. Mercy, Clutton, Duong. Great hit by Duong.
Good work on Conestoga. Humber had some really good defense there. Devasheri had a couple of big digs. So did Libero, so he seems to have picked up his game too.
Blanchette was there to contest the ball, but blocking it out of bounds. It'll go Conestoga's way here. Hudgens handles that serve. Blanchette. Great rejection there. A teamwork by Piazza and Duong. They block that one. Maintain possession here. Stay within 4 points of the Hawks.
Yeah, that's two balls now to the middle there, and Power. Watch it go. Oh, bad pass.
Clutton unable to handle a well-hit ball by Blanchette.
I was going to say, look for it to go to Wilkins here to get that point to finish it off, but again, they're on their heels. You're going to have to step up here.
Skanes serving. It's Tony unable to handle that as it goes out of bounds. It's touched once more by Duong as he scrambled to keep it alive. Unable to do so, though. Humber grabs the point. Colin Skanes serving. 16-10 lead in the set for the Hawks. Mercy, Clutton, Tony, kill. Good point there for Conestoga.
Really good finish. He hit the hole there between the two blocks. Again, Conestoga's passing better and makes a big difference.
It was a well-set ball there. Duong here to serve. Hudgens, Gomes, Wilkins wound up. Was ready to really hit that ball, but well contested there. Blocked at the net by Conestoga's defense. Duong back at the line. Back-to-back points here for the Condors.
Yeah, I would think maybe a timeout's coming for Humber if they don't get this point.
They're doing a good job staying just above a 4-point lead. Of course, not going to happen now. They're going to fall within 3 points, and I believe Wayne Wilkins really is thinking about timeout now.
It's like an old baseball C-nice single there going right between the two players.
Duong, Devasheri, Gomes, Blanchette, well handled there by Mercy. Duong puts it back in play, and Clutton gets it over. Wilkins bumps it to Gomes. Devasheri's there to kill it. point for Humber.
Good finish there. If you notice, Humber is once again crowding their libero, so he can't pass that first play. So it made all the difference in that when they got that free ball too.
Back of the line is Wilkins. A rare sighting as he puts it into the net. He's not done that yet.
No, not tonight. That's again, that just maybe isn't. You're getting a little tired, or they're just losing focus when they know that they've got this in control.
See if Jason Tony can take advantage of this possession. Gomes puts it up for Wilkins, not going to get a clean hit on it, and blocked at the net. Condors finding a rhythm here, put it right into the hole of the Hawks defense. Now Wilkins looking at his bench.
Well, he has a starting setter off right now, right? So you may have to go back to him just to generate some offense.
Tony serves up. It's over. Devasheri to Gomes. Back to Blanchette. It's blocked at the net. Result in the volley over. Clutton tried to put it over with a little tip, but Blanchette saw that one coming. Big block for him.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good choice by the center. His hitters were working really well for him, and you got to keep going to him.
Blanchette serves, spin ball, getting some help from the net, and that's a hard ball to handle there. It was low off the net. DeWong did get his hands on it, but going out of bounds.
And the net will take a lot of pace off the ball too.
Yeah, really changed the spin as well. Blanchette, more spin here. Well seen and handled by Tony. Puts it over to Lau. Lau hits it off the hand of Wilkins. They're going to get the point.
There's another ball looked like it was possibly going out, but now it seems like Humber is now picked up again. So, they're being a little more aggressive.
Conestoga doing a great job here keeping it close. Haven't really been able to inch within 3 points. Seems to be as close as they've been able to get, but with possession at the line here, they'll look to get within 2 as the ball's up. Wilkins, Gomes, over to Devichetti. Clutton to Lau. Point's going to go to Humber there. Or sorry, my apologies, it'll go to Conestoga.
Yeah, he was just signaling the ball in there.
Wolf with the serve. Hudgens, Gomes. Devasheri was there to hit, but hitting that out of bounds pole on the net. And Wolf will be there to serve again, hopefully here to tie it up.
Humber just brought in the starting setter again. Subbed him in. Wolf hails out of North Bay. They've traditionally got some really good servers up there, so that's probably why he's at the line.
Devasheri with the hit, handled by Conestoga. Clutton sets up Lau. Now Hudgens will bump it over. Blanchette was unable to seal the deal on that one, and we've got a tied set here, third set. Conestoga keeping it very close. Wolf serves up. Hudgens, Kim.
Oh, nice touch.
Tipping it into the empty space on that Condors defense.
Again, Conestoga's been very, very disciplined at going at the Humber libero. They seem to be serving every ball at him. So.
Alex Bowden to serve. Didn't get the clean hit that he wanted off of that one. It sails out of bounds. Conestoga gets the point. We've got another tie game. Let's see if the Condors can grab a lead here.
Humber seems to spread out a little more now on their serve reception. Letting, they, I think, recognize their liberos passing better and going to let them take one.
Blanchette and Wilkins at the back now, opposed to at the front where we saw in that early sets. Kim's at the net, though, to finish that one off. He sends himself to the serving line. Humber up 1 point in this third set.
That was a well-struck ball.
Well hit by Duong, but well covered by Blanchette. Mercy, Clutton, Lau. Good point there for Conestoga. This third set providing a lot of entertainment.
They have really picked up their game here. It's a pleasure to see. It's good for them. And there's that timeout by Humber now.
Conestoga certainly entering their timeout with a lot more energy than we've seen earlier in this game. They'll be hoping to gain a lead when they come back out onto the floor.
This should be a good rotation for Conestoga against Humber with some of their players in the back row now. They should be able to get some points here and finish this off. You know, if you can win one, you can win two, and then you can go to game 5. So
anything's possible. Just trying to stay alive here. Keep the dream alive for this Conestoga Condors team.
Credit to Conestoga, too, for getting here. Like, this is a, you know, relatively new program in the last 5 years, 6 years, and, you know, they've always been kind of the team that you don't expect to get here. And this year they're here, and they're actually putting up a good fight, so it's awesome.
These are two West Division teams going up against each other. Second seed Humber Hawks against the 6th seed Conestoga Condors. Lau serve is up. Hudgens to Kim. Devasheri digging was Clutton. Blanchette to Kim. Devasheri again. Clutton cleans that up again. And Tony put it over the net.
Oh, he was under the net, over the line.
Condors have their first lead of the game. Hopefully looking to steal this third set away from the Hawks. Lau's serve is up. Hudgens puts it in the air. Wilkins finishes that one. We're knotted up again at 22.
Yeah, we should have expected that ball to go out to Wilkins on that play.
Wilkins, Blanchette moving up towards the net now. As Devasheri serves. Mercy, Clutton, Tony. Good hit by Tony. Wilkins now volleys it to some open space. Lau unable to cover.
Oh.
And a desperate Condors defense unable to keep that ball in the air. Condors burn their second timeout.
It's a good time to call that. And, you know, with you got Devasheri in the back row. You only have Wilkins in the front. So if he can set up his block to focus on Wilkins, they stand a chance at tying this up and then maybe taking two and finishing off the set.
Of course, if you would like to see some of this live OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship action, there are both day and weekend passes available at the Georgian College Athletic Center. We've seen great crowds come throughout the day, all leading up to the 8 o'clock matchup between the Georgian Grizzlies and the Niagara Knights. The hosting Grizzlies sure to entertain a very excited crowd here in the Georgian College Athletic Center.
Best ticket in town this weekend. I mean, these stands are filling up. They'll be a hard seat to find, so get here early and get in there. And wear blue.
Oh yeah. Get loud, get excited. Biggest game of the year for your Georgian Grizzlies coming up after this match wraps up. Devasheri puts the ball in play. Clutton to Duong. He put the tip up. It was blocked by Blanchette, but out of bounds, and Conestoga getting the point.
Yeah, he was really good there, just using the block, and I'm sure that came out of the timeout. Let's get to the right side and use his hands because he's get that ball back.
Important to note for our viewers at home, you will need to win by 2. 25, of course, what they're racing to. So 2 straight points will win it, but we might have a little bit of extra volleyball here in the third set, depending on what happens over these next 2 rallies. Serves up and into the net.
Just bad timing.
Unfortunate timing for that one. Daniel Musselman.
The Musselman was the guy that they had in as a libero in the first 2 sets. So for him to come in and serve, I think that's a pretty gutsy play. He hasn't served in, all day, really, or all match. So
he's played a very strong game. Unfortunate to see him come in and put one in the net. Let's see if his defense can rally behind him and keep this one going. It's number 11, Nicholas Keeben, in the game for set point, match point, trying to send the Humber Hawks on to round 2. Ball is up, Duong, Clutton, Tony, blocked at the net, but out of bounds. Conestoga staying alive here.
Yeah, that was a good choice going out to Tony. But they had to have that good pass. Again, their passing's really picked up.
Kevin Duong serving, Wilkins bumps it, Kim up in the air, Blanchette, tip. Clutton up to Tony. Tony, another great hit off Wilkins, out of bounds. Conestoga will have a chance to steal the set here. That causes Humber to call well-timed timeout.
Once again, nice flat set coming out of the hands, and he was able just to use the block. Don't have to put it down the floor, but every point counts no matter how you get it. I know there's lots of people watching. My assistant coach is at home even making comments about what I should be saying. So a little shout out to Dale Beach there watching. Should be here coming live maybe to watch the men's match. Says I'm too serious. I'm the funniest guy in the world.
Oh, well, we're having a lot of fun here. We've got a great match between the Humber Hawks and Conestoga Condors. Duong certainly will like to have that one back as it's all knotted up now with red hot Cayman Wilkins serving.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity for Conestoga. They needed to put that one in.
They're going to have to play strong defense here.
Oh,
that's 2 in a row now. Wilkins, he was firing earlier in the sets, many aces, but he's put it in the net back-to-back chances at the server's line.
So they're protecting the libero again, Humber, and Jay Tony's going to be going at him, guaranteed.
Right to him. Kim for Blanchette. Tip ball. Mercy keeping it alive. Tony trying to get it over, unable to. Back and forth action here. Clayton Blanchette takes control of the server's box.
Well, both teams are just playing safe right now. They're not trying to be aggressive. Humber, they can afford to be aggressive. There's no reason why not.
Well-placed ball there by Blanchette. Needs to Lau. Great scrambling defense by Humber. Hudgens puts it over. And Lau put it over just out of bounds. And now match point Humber, Clayton Blanchette.
Very patient defense on Humber. Just let the ball, rebound off your arms and get it over.
Just unable to find the finishing touch here as the Hawks. A couple opportunities going into the net now.
It's the kind of stuff that causes gray hairs on coaches.
Well contested at the net by Conestoga. Clutton now will volley it over. Blanchette's there. Kim tips it over. Clutton to Lau. Caterberg using his head. Kim, Devasheri, well blocked. Clutton now setting for Lau. Well hit ball.
Oh, good save by Humber.
Devasheri finds the gap. That's a big point for the Hawks. Long
Condors,
rallies like that can really fire up a team.
I think Condors wanted a ball handling call made there, and this wasn't going to happen at this point in the match, that's for sure. They're going to let the boys play here.
So match point here, Blakey at the line. Lau put it over. Wilkins.
Good save.
Wow. Great ball movement by the Hawks.
Oh, good defense.
Lau with a couple opportunities here, finally finishing that, keeping this game going.
Smart play. Just use the hands, go high off the hands, put it out the back. It's very hard to recover.
Very exciting rallies here at the end of this third set. Back and forth action between the Humber Hawks, Conestoga Condors. Third match of the day here. Clutton has the serve. Hudgens handles it. Kim sets it for Devasheri. Tony, Duong, Mercy bumps it over. Wilkins putting it in the air. Devasheri trying to finish it, and he does.
That was a really good hard tip on Devasheri's part. So, you know, if you're watching home, lots of time to get here. Just so you know, everybody comes here wearing blue. They get a free air guitar.
Here we go.
Out of bounds. Good eye by those Conestoga defenders. Wow. Hudgens puts up in the air. Clayton Blanchette putting it. Wow, rejected by Duong. He's got them the lead here in this third set. They'll have a chance to win this set and take it to a fourth set here. Great hustle, no giving up this Condor team. And
they aced it.
Wow. That was Wesley Lau with two great serves there. They steal one, leaving this Hawks team in shock.
Humber's sitting there right at the end. They're trying to argue that that ball was out, but sounded into me. So go on to game set 4. So earlier comment I made about my assistant coach, Dale, it was actually my brother-in-law, Dale, watching down Essex County. So he sent me another text. Guess I wasn't paying too much attention.
Get the proper shout out now.
Yeah, he's got it. It'll be all smiles.
Well, a shout out to both Dales. If you need to step away from the live stream for a moment, be sure to stay up to date with everything going on within the Georgian College Athletic Center by following us on our social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, and then check out GeorgianGrizzlies.ca. Up-to-the-minute information about the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship hosted by Humber College, and more information regarding everything going on within the Georgian Grizzlies Athletic Center. We've got great facilities, great programs. We're happy to share it all with the rest of the OCAA this weekend. Well, as we prepare for our fourth set, Conestoga's done a great job. Seems like they've been getting stronger as the game's gone on. We'll see if they can keep that momentum going into the fourth set. They'll need 2 more set wins in order to move on to the second round of this OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship.
So over on the women's side, we had Niagara come back from a 2-set deficit to defeat Fanshawe today in the first game, and then Sheridan knocked off the number one team in the East, Loyalist, 3-1. So definitely some exciting volleyball happening down in Toronto at Centennial College on the women's side.
It's a big weekend throughout the OCAA men's and women's volleyball championships, ongoing throughout the weekend. Ryan Clutton going to start things off here in the fourth set for the Condors. Ball's up. Blanchette, Kim, Skanes. And Conestoga coming out strong in this fourth set. They're looking good.
It's taking over where they left off. This could be a long night.
Hudgens to Kim. Devasheri puts it over the head of those Conestoga defenders. Looks like Clutton may have moved up a little too forward. It went over his head. He was able to get a hand on it, but just not enough. Tips out of bounds.
Conestoga had 3 blocks up on Devasheri there, so that was a small, smart play on his part.
Clutton sets Lau. Game-winning ace, or set-winning ace that third set. Blanchette puts it over. Well defended by Tony. Now Duong at the net, putting it over. Hudgens for Wilkins. Wilkins with the kill. Sends Kim to the service line. Kim serves up. Ace. Maybe some miscommunication on that Condor side.
Yeah, we call that a Moses serve. The team just parted.
Duong with the hit. Kim sets up Wilkins. Wilkins making with it like he has for most of the game. Another strong hit. Earns the point, and the Hawks now jumping to a 4-1 lead in this fourth set.
Looks like Humber's going to be going at the libero on this serve, too.
As he does. It's Mercy to Clutton. Back to Tony. Not a fully clean hit there. Gets it over, though. Devasheri gets a nice swing at it. And off of Lau, out of bounds. Humber now up 5-1.
Yeah, again, Eric Kattenberg, he's getting fooled a lot on those sets. He's missing that block on the outside.
Clutton for Kattenberg. Devasheri off of Lau. Again, Conestoga gonna try and keep control of the pace here early. They fall behind 6-1 in the set, forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, Humber coach Wayne Wilkins, he's constantly, circling his hand, telling the guys, let's go faster, let's keep her going, let's keep control of this match. And, they're trying to take advantage right here. And, the Condors are, they're living off the high of that last set. They need to regroup and get back down to earth and, again, get a couple good passes and start their offense that they finished off with.
I'd like to thank all that are tuning in for this match between the Humber Hawks and Conestoga Condors. It's been a great, hard-fought battle between both teams. We hope that you continue watching coverage throughout the weekend. Rady Kim taking over at the service line, and he'll serve quick. right to the libero. That's Mercy. Now Lau with the strike. Well contested by Devasheri. Hey, Kim, Devasheri. Right at Mercy and Duong, unable to handle it.
Yeah, this is a really good front line for Humber right now with Wilkins on the right side, Devasheri on the left side. It's going to really put some stress on their blockers and knowing which way to go. Oh, so we got a little bit of blood here on the player. They'll be given a little bit of time to take care of that.
That's Eric Caterberg being attended to. Doesn't look like anything serious, just a
little bit of a nail off that last hit.
Wayne Wilkins going to take advantage of this break. Not going to let his team sit out there quietly, lose momentum. He's rallying his troops together, getting them ready for the next rally. They've got a 7-1 lead here in the fourth set.
The referee, Irina Zamboni, is taking a good look to make sure that there's no exposed blood there. And the blood rule's a new serious rule in the league. It's good that they're taking care of this. Credit to the officials for allowing it to happen. I mean, give them the time. You don't want to take a player out because he's got a little scratch, that's for sure.
Caterberg has been strong for the Condors thus far. They get him wrapped up and ready to go. We'll resume action here in this fourth set. Kim at the service line. 7-1 Hawks, fourth set. Hawks lead 2-1 in the match. Mercy, Clutton, Lau. Ruled inbounds. Good point for the Condors.
That's the first time they've really gone down the line there from the right side, so it's good to see that Condors have changed up their attack.
It's Lau on the serve. Hudgens, Kim, Devasheri. Money for the Hawks. They extend their lead 8-2.
Yeah, Humber just has to play side-out ball now the rest of the way. Just 1-for-1, and they've got it.
Mercy to Clutton, Clutton to Caterberg. Clutton now sets up Duong. He fires wide. Another point for the Hawks, 9-2 lead for them. Devasheri looking to serve right away, not giving the Condors any time.
And that's kind of what Wayne Wilkins wants. He wants them to be going fast and ready and catch them just in that little mental break when they're not able to fire up.
May have affected that last point. They weren't able to get anything going. Lau with the hit, out of bounds, the far end. Devasheri waiting for that whistle, and he'll go with the serve. Right into the breadbasket there.
Yeah, there was no real need for him to drop down, go to his hands. He could have just used his arms on that one. That's just, I guess we can call that quicksand. The harder you try, the quicker you're going to sink. And that was a good timeout call by Wayne Harris to get us back on sync here.
The timeout call that Wayne Wilkins certainly enjoyed getting. His team taking control in this fourth set.
Those at home, lots of seats here. Come watch the boys, Grizzlies play against Niagara. Plenty of parking and
of course, we are streaming every game from the tournament that goes on this weekend. So you can watch from home and share with those who would be interested in following along with the 2018 Men's Volleyball Championship. Devasheri at the service line. Up 12-2 in this fourth set. Ball is up. Tony, Clutton, back to Tony. He tries to tip it. Wow. Big hit there by Blanchette. And now Conestoga looking a little flat here in this fourth set.
Yeah, Humber is definitely taking control.
Good hit there by Duong. Humber able to clean it up though. They'll try it again. Blocked by Wilkins. And point to Conestoga.
Either way, that ball was going to Conestoga. It was blocked
going out the back.
Wilkins on the net there.
Eric Katerberg at the line. Hudgens doing a great job there, getting a rebound off the net. Unable to control that one though.
Yeah, there's a lack of communication there with the libero cutting off Dylan. He would have had that pass.
Wolf now to serve for the Condors. Wilkins puts it over off the hands of Tony, out of bounds, and the Hawks get that point.
Humber's definitely demonstrated that anything that's a little out of sync, they're just going to use their hands, and they've done a really, really good job with that.
Good little tip by Tony. And a great strike there by Adam Piazza. Gets the point for the Condors and sends Kevin Duong to the line.
Yeah, Condors need to go on a run here before he gets out of hand. They're down by 9.
Kim sets up Blanchette. Ooh, big kill there. And they're back to a 10-point lead in this 4th set. Now Wilkins at the line. He's hit the net on his last 2 appearances at the service line. Let's see if he can get back on track here. It's a well-struck ball there. Duong will return it. Devasheri, Kim, back to Wilkins. Great strike there by Wilkins.
Brady Kim is just moving that ball around so efficiently right now. Poor Conestoga middle blockers have no idea which way to go, and it's really creating a lot of one-on-ones.
Wilkins seems to be finding his rhythm at the service line again. Conestoga unable to return that serve. Cayman Wilkins having a very strong game. Certainly a candidate for player of the game as he puts his serve up, but into the net.
That was just a bad toss.
Yeah, it looked to be out in front of him a little bit and just unable to get a full strike on it.
Look how they're shading that libero again. They just don't want him to take the ball. Almost half the court available for them to serve at.
I'll go right at him. Kim again setting for Devasheri. Conestoga gets that point. So he was unable to get it over the net there. Jay Tony to serve. Kim sets for Blanchette. Right at mercy. The ball boy tried to get in on the action there. The ball was hit right to him out of bounds.
It's a well-hit ball. They're on a mission here to finish this off.
Blanchette at the service line. Wow, great strike there. Conestoga gets the point, staying within 10 points.
Again, in the last 2 rallies, either way, the middle seemed to be struggling, being able to read where that setter's putting the ball. So, you know, the Conestoga setter's really picked up his game.
Adam Piazza at the line to serve. Hudgens, Kim, Devasheri off the hand of Lau, out of bounds. Humber point. David Fountain serving. Just a little low, finding the net. Conestoga stays 10 points down in this 4th set. They need to rally here. Clutton has put them on a run before. Let's see if he can do it again. Ball is up in the air. Blanchette to Kim. Kim over to Devasheri. Great block by Duong, blocked out of bounds. Humber's going to get the point. Rady Kim to the line to serve.
I would say most of Dylan Devashery's points are off hands tonight, not necessarily down on the floor.
Clutton to Wolf. Wolf did a good job getting it over the net there. Clutton digs down to Mercy, putting it over to Duong. Duong putting some spin on it. Blanchette keeps it alive to Wilkins. Wilkins firing it out of bounds. Conestoga down 9.
Yeah, Wilkins, I think, was trying to do a little too much with that. He should just, was a scrambled play, and he tried to put it down the line. He just needed to go cross court, and there was no middle blocker up on him at all.
Wesley Lau to serve. Low into the net. They'll give Dylan Devashery the ball with 4 points to win the match. He's going as fast as he can. Floating it over the net. Unable to be handled by that Conestoga defense.
Just took the pace off the ball, slowed it right down. There was nothing coming back that was fast. Good set.
Great hit by Duong. Wilkins was there for the block, blocked it out of bounds though. Conestoga with the point. Ball's up. Devashery, Kim, Blanchette, point Humber.
Yeah, Humber knows now that it's at a point where they're going to win this match. They just have to make sure that they stay focused and finish it off. You don't want to give up 2, 3, 4 points and show your opponent in the next match that they can be taken advantage of.
This is Nicholas Keeben with the serve. Duong firing it off the hands of Blanchette out of bounds. Conestoga gets another point here. Especially in a weekend where you may have to play 3 back-to-back games. You definitely don't want to let games go on too long, play any unnecessary volleyball, tire yourself out more than you have to.
Not only that, but you may want to save some play, later on when you really need it in a tight match, and you may have to go to it. But with match point on the line here, I think with a 13-point spread there, 12-point spread, it should be safe.
Cayman Williams trying to end it, but out of bounds. Would have been an ace to finish it, but a little long. Jason Toney will have a chance.
Jason's been one of their more consistent hitters in the front row, so this is going to put Conestoga a little bit behind.
Hit to Wilkins. Wilkins to Blanchette, who puts it up for Devashery. He'll put it deep. Tony's there. Clutton, Lau. Hit out of bounds. Conestoga's going to get the point there.
That was just a lack of focus on Humber's part. Their block went right out to the pin when that ball was set way outside. There was no need to go that far out.
Tony, Hudgens, Kim. Lau contesting that ball. Great hit. He was given a nice set. He contested that ball at the net, put it into the hands of his setter, and then was there for the kill. So Jay Terry now trying to keep this one going. Wilkins to Kim. Kim unable to set it. And now Conestoga with back-to-back-to-back points.
Good serving location on Jay Tony there. I mean, they're trying to cover up their libero. They're leaving half the court open, and he's just been picking on that empty spot. And that's it.
And that'll do it. Jason Toney fires it a little long and out of bounds, and the Humber Hawks are moving on to the second round of the 2018 OCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. We'll stay tuned for our player of the matches on both sides. Brad, who are you looking at on both sides to get the OCAA player of the game?
I'm going to go with Wilkins on Humber, and I think Jay Tony on Conestoga. I think he played really well. But we can't discount the Humber setter. I thought he did a really good job moving the ball around also. So
absolutely. two standouts on that Conestoga side there. Ryan Clutton did a great job handling a lot of serves coming in his way. And then Kevin Duong on the net. He had a lot of big spikes, getting points for his team.
Yep, there's no question there. He definitely had one of his better matches. Going forward, these guys are going to be, Humber's going to be tough, I think, in the next opponent. Now they're going to get Georgian or Niagara, but both those teams are going to put up probably a better game than Conestoga did. But who knows what Humber's got in the back burner. He didn't go to the bench a whole lot. So.
That's true. Well, it was a well-contested match, despite it being a 3-0 sweep for the Humber, a 3-1 win for the Humber Hawks. Conestoga fought hard each and every set. Strong performance by their team. Of course, they'll be playing at either 1 or 3 o'clock tomorrow in that consolation bracket. Humber at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock tomorrow. You can catch it live on our stream. Oh. And there's Kevin Duong.
Yep, good call.
Conestoga's player of the game.
Well, I got to get one. I got to guess on one of them.
I would be surprised.
Yep.
And there you go. Cayman Wilkins certainly deserved that. Yep. Plenty of aces for him, plenty of kills. He had a strong outing. A big reason why his Humber Hawks are moving on to the second round.
Yeah, he was very strong at the service line. Definitely put a lot of pressure on the passing of Conestoga.
Well, big thank you for everyone for tuning in. We had a great game here. We're going to turn our focus towards the big matchup between the Georgian Grizzlies and Niagara Knights coming up at 8 o'clock. We'll be live on the call for that one. We'll take a break for now. See you at 8 o'clock.
Bye now.